or something. You live long enough to become the enemy or something like that.
Mm.
Yes.
There's something like that. Can't win. You can't win. There's always somebody screwing an author over.
Oh,
Yep.
tell me about it.
I think that's just the world we live in right now, which is awful, and sad state of affairs when people try to, scam you instead of trying to make an honest living.
Yeah. But
Yes.
there are some good publishing
Yes.
companies out there. I will say that. I work for one, so
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay.
I got I,
Okay.
I gotta say Crystal Lake is really good to its authors and its employees. But I mean, they're
Good.
small. They're not corporate creeps,
Yeah.
so but they are expanding. So
Yep.
All right, well, let's get into this because we got a lot to talk about tonight. So, welcome everyone to another episode of Spilling Ink. We're the talk show that takes you behind the book to meet the authors and professionals in the publishing industry. And we finally got Anita on the show again. Yay,
Yay!
Anita! Can't wait to chat with you. I know we got so many things we want to talk about. Where do we even begin? I know. It's like, okay, hold on. We want to get this. We want to get that. Since we already started talking about the Audible stuff, or not Audible, I'm sorry,
find a way
audio
voices.
book stuff. I know. I'm so used to
Audiobook,
saying,
yes,
so used to saying
yes,
Audible is the enemy. No, we have a new
yeah.
enemy. Let's talk about that first, so we can kind of preface where we're going with this. Anybody want to jump on the ball with this one?
Oh, I'll take it.
All right.
So basically, what happened was Find a Way Voices, which is an Audible. Sorry, an Audible. Now I'm doing it. An audiobook distributor. They take your audiobook and they check it out to all the retailers. Basically, is what they do. And they have been recently bought by Spotify, which Spotify has been doing quite a few changes to Find a Way Voices. Most of them not very good changes, I will
Mhm.
add. I have not been happy with a lot of the changes Spotify's done. They've taken away the narrator marketplace. They changed the giveaway codes and they tried to sneak in AI training on us without telling us and
Mm.
things like that. But their most recent thing was basically they changed their terms of service and to absolutely ridiculous terms that were, in plain terms, it was a rights grab. Now, they say it was a mistake because they backtracked within 24 hours after the entire um, outrage. It broke, the indie author community broke it as soon as the emails came out.
Oh, yes.
Every indie author group on Facebook, as far as I could see, suddenly had the story because it
Yep.
Yes.
was just
Like
everywhere.
normally when you go to Facebook, you see, friend post or some kind of ad subscription,
Mhm.
whatever, friend post. It was literally every
Yes.
post on my board
Yep.
was about Find Away Voices.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
big wide for the win, 20
Mhm.
to 50K, my group with the badass
The Authors Guild. Yeah, it
authors,
was
yes, yep.
everybody.
Yeah, and even the smaller groups like to have it too, because I mean, I had even my local writers group had it. It
Yeah,
got posted. I think it got posted like 3 times in that group
yep,
from 3
yep.
different people. So that shows you how outraged we all were
Mm.
because it was just basically a rights grab. They were just saying they were going to waive rights. They were going to take this. It was an unlicensed, not unlicensed.
Irrevocable rights too.
Yes,
That was
Yeah,
the big one.
unlimited, everything. There was
yes,
just the entire paragraph that they changed was
mm,
full of red flags.
yes.
I think even Writer Beware had it. So
Yep.
yeah.
Mhm. Oh, yes,
Yeah, it was
and
literally every post on my Facebook. Like as I was scrolling, I'd never seen something like that happen before,
Mm.
which is a
yeah, and
testament to the indie author community that
yes,
when we
and
get
and
fired
and
up,
one of the lawyers in one of the groups broke it down,
Mm.
and said, tried to calm everybody, but they did say this language is not cool, basically.
mhm,
Not cool. But let's see how they respond. So, you
And
know,
yeah, so basically within 24 hours they reversed it. They took it out, reworded it. They put in better language. So the tag and it doesn't go into enforce until March 15th. But either.
yep.
But basically, as it stands, the terms of service are fine now. However, the damage has been done because I'm seeing a lot of authors everywhere that just are saying you cannot trust Spotify. They're bringing up Spotify's reputation, Spotify's
Mhm.
history with indie music, and they're
Mhm.
saying you cannot trust them and we're leaving. And basically, I've seen a lot of authors either they've left already and or a lot of authors who are planning on leaving. And the thing was that they got so many emails and so much, they weren't actually letting authors close their accounts down for a while.
Right. I think there's still a
That's pretty
backlog
shady.
Yeah, there's
That's
right
still a
very
now.
shady.
backlog on that, but people are able I'm seeing more people being able to delete their accounts on Finding Way Voices. So yeah, I mean, this is a big deal and they really shot themselves in the foot over this. Seriously, because it's pretty much damaged their reputation. I'm not going to say irrevocably, but enough that trust is no longer there for any author who saw this.
And
Right.
initially, Findaway was where, when Audible Gate broke,
Yeah,
was where everyone was being sent because they were the option that was going to give you the most freedom and
yeah,
control over your work with
and
the least amount of problematic terms and conditions.
And at that time, it was true because at that time, they were not owned by Spotify. That happened well after everyone jumped ship from ACX to and Audible to
But
Find
that's
the
a
Way
problem we're
Voices.
seeing though, is
Yeah.
Yeah,
the good companies get bought out
Mhm.
by these, profitable big corporations that think they can just strong arm everyone and get away with doing, what they
yeah.
wanna do. Now, granted, the backlash had them backpedaling now, but
They've
what are
tried
they
it
gonna
twice
try?
already. They've already tried it twice already to sneak terms in their TOS, and you think they would have learned the first time it happened with the AI training thing. They got a lot of backlash off of that too, but they did it again.
It's
Mhm.
almost like it's it's easier to say sorry than it is to ask permission,
Yeah,
and the fact that they operate on that model means that we constantly have to be on the lookout for how we're gonna get screwed instead of trying to be productive in our own business as
yeah.
authors.
Right.
And a lot of people have jumped. They're jumping to Authors Republic is very similar to Find a Way Voices.
I'd heard that one pop up
Mhm.
a few times.
Yeah, there's also Publish Drive, but that one's
Yeah.
pay to
Publish
play.
Drive?
Publish Drive, I
Okay,
think.
okay, I've heard of that
I
one.
think so. Yeah, I mean that you have to actually that's a paid service. So I
Mhm.
mean, it's not too bad, but if you can afford it. But I mean, and it's a reputable thing. I would like to say that
The
you
if you
know,
can afford it
yeah,
is the
Right.
problem because, we've talked many times over the years over the cost of being an indie author. It's
Right.
not cheap, and the more costs that we incur, the harder it is to recoup those costs and to make this a livable model.
yeah.
Yes.
And there is also the direct sales option, which I have heard bandied about a lot lately on the
Yes.
audiobook front, that a lot of people are already on BookFunnel.
Yeah.
On the high, I actually have the lower tier, so I can't do this because I'm I have nothing against BookFunnel, but BookFunnel just isn't for me. I
Okay.
Right.
prefer Story Origin, to be honest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah. So, but a lot of
And
people are on the higher paid tier BookFunnel, so they can access
Mhm.
the direct sales audiobooks, and a lot of
Mhm.
people are going that way as well.
But again, paid service that comes out of
Yeah,
your ability to, um, you know,
Yeah.
even everything out so that
but yeah,
you
yeah,
actually make some
that's
money
why
off
a
the
lot of
book.
people are looking into Authors Republic because that is a free service.
Okay.
Okay.
That's very similar to Find a Way Voices in a lot of respects. I've been looking into it myself. I'm not 100% happy with the way they have their sign up, but some people might not mind what I object to. So, it just depends on the person. It's not a bad thing per se. It's just you have to be comfortable with
And trusting with your
yeah.
information.
And yeah,
Uh,
trusting with you
there's the
because
Yes.
they
kicker.
yeah, they're asking for a little more information that's actually necessary. I mean, I understand why they're doing it. Nah, I'm just not comfortable with it, so I'm still on the fence with that. So
Mhm.
I'm
Okay.
thinking on it. But anyway, yeah, so that's basically what it is. And I'm thinking I might just because I'm already in ACX because I didn't get out of
Mhm.
ACX. I just got out of the exclusiveness
Mhm.
because I had so many reviews off the audiobook. I'm not going to lose those
Yeah.
reviews.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the other problem. If you take your book down and repost it
I
anywhere,
don't
they
have
just think
anything
you're
off.
losing it.
I don't have any reviews off Findway, so if I
Yes.
won't leave there, I'm fine. But yeah, I mean, I had like I've got like close to I think I've got close to 40 reviews now up on for Ghost of the Sea Moon, and like half of those are off the audiobooks, so
Yeah.
I'm not losing that.
Mm.
So I'm up on Apple, I'm up on ACX, so I may just go straight into direct because I mean I can upload the audiobook straight to Lemon Squeezy
Right.
and do it that way. So because I'm not getting a lot of sales off the audiobook anyway through the
Mhm.
retailers. Just the marketing for me, I just haven't got a hang on how to market the audiobook.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I may just go direct with it and just screw the retailers, or maybe upload it. I might upload it to Kobo Writing Life because
Mhm.
I can probably do that directly. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm probably leaving Findaway Voices because I don't trust them anymore.
Does it give you the control uploading to Kobo that you would have anywhere else over the pricing?
I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into that yet.
Because that
'Cause,
was the
like
big thing with Audible is you have no control over
Right.
the pricing or anything, and you just get whatever they decide to pay you for it.
yeah, but, no, well, I put together, the chapter files on the audiobook, and I've got just a single file now that I can upload directly, so I'm good to go there, so I can control whatever pricing I want over on Lemon Squeezy, so
Mhm.
and as far as the audiobook sales go, I'm pretty much non-existent in my case anyway, so direct sales isn't gonna hurt me. Going direct isn't gonna hurt me in the least. I mean, I feel sorry for the people who actually get a lot of sales off their audiobooks and now have to figure out what the heck they're gonna do.
Mhm.
Right. Right. Are they gonna well, I mean, yeah, they might stay with the company for a little bit longer
Mhm.
until they can put a plan in place instead of scrambling and trying to find something now
Yeah,
and end up in the same boat, you know?
yeah. But
And for
I know a couple of authors anyway I know at least 3 authors that are gone from Findaway. They
Right.
just took everything down. They're gonna figure it out as they go. So, yeah.
Yeah.
well, we will put a list at the end of the show of any of the links that we talk about today, because I know we're gonna talk about more than just this. But, Authors Republic was the one you had just listed, Anita?
Mhm.
Okay, I will make sure that gets into the show notes.
Yeah.
Kobo, you said, has a direct as well, right?
That's what I've read. I haven't actually I know Kobo Writing Life has a direct for ebooks, and they said you can do audiobooks too. I have not checked it out, so I cannot guarantee that,
Okay,
but that's what
Mhm.
I've heard. That's what
okay.
I've read in the posts and
I
things,
just wanna
so,
make sure I'm getting my notes down because I do wanna put this in the show notes after we're done 'cause
Right.
yeah.
anytime we're giving a lot of information out and, if somebody's catching it after the fact, I'd rather they have something to click on later.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
So let's also you mentioned Lemon Squeezy, and we talked to, Evan already.
Evan.
I've talked to Jane a bunch of times.
Mhm.
How are you finding Lemon Squeezy as a direct
Oh,
sales through Story Origin?
well, I have no problem with it. I actually like it. I haven't done much with it yet because, like I said, I have to go through all my files and see what I have left because my computer crashed at the end of 2022.
Okay.
And I didn't lose much, but I did lose some, and I'm not sure what I have in as far as the uploadable,
Mhm.
ebooks and stuff, what I actually have and what I don't. So I have to go through all my files and see what's there for all my books.
Yeah.
That's so
There's a lot
scary.
of books.
That is so scary when you lose stuff.
I lost
Mhm.
everything. My entire all of it got wiped.
And you
All the
didn't and you don't have a
I
backup
had
drive?
no, I had backups for most of it. The
Yeah.
main things I lost were the print files.
Yeah.
Because I did not have the back like, I used Papyrus Author, which is what I'm gonna be talking one of the things I'm gonna be talking about hopefully here,
Okay.
for formatting my print books, and I had not backed that up in the cloud.
Okay.
So I lost all my print.
Yeah. And
So,
that is a pain to redo.
yeah, I mean, luckily, I could download some of them from Draft to Digital,
Yep.
so I didn't So I had some of that, and but I was going over some of it in Google Drive. I had some of it in Dropbox. I had to download some of it from Draft to Digital. I still have a couple of things that I had up on Kobo, not Kobo, but
Mhm.
Kofi that
Mhm.
I can't get access to. I'm going to have to talk to them and see if I can get access to, because I don't know
Mhm.
how to get access to that. And it's the only place one thing actually exists anymore.
Mhm.
So, yeah, but I've managed to redo most of it, so I've got pretty much everything. And most of all my covers and stuff, most of that was all backed up on Adobe because I use Photoshop. Which, oh, thank goodness for Adobe Cloud, because there's so much on
Yeah.
that Adobe Cloud that if I had lost it, there's no way I could have redone it. Absolutely,
Oh,
because all my designs, I mean,
Yeah.
I lost a couple of them, but they were all up in the finished files were all up on either Redbubble or Zazzle. So I still had the finished files. I lost a couple of the raw files on my designs, but
mm.
it's not too big a deal because I'm redoing most of that stuff anyway
Mhm.
after the whole Redbubble disaster. That's another company that went off its rocker.
Mm. Yeah, no, I have OneDrive and I have a terabyte, or actually it's 2 terabytes hard drive that I back up at least once a month now.
Mm,
And
yeah. So,
I try to do it religiously because I have lost everything before.
yeah.
What's the old
Yeah.
saying? You either save and back up or you will.
Yes, yes, yep, yep, redundant backups. Actually, my computer crashed once and I actually sent it out and I got it recovered.
Nice.
Yeah.
In the
I done
beginning,
that
and
too.
that was another, like, I've gotta back up, I've gotta back up.
And you need backups of your backup
Yep,
because
Yeah.
if
exactly,
one
exactly.
fails,
I
yeah.
have redundant backups.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, yeah,
But
because
yeah.
it's heart-wrenching, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things that I use Google
Mm,
Docs for my
yeah,
books.
Mhm.
And so I had backups of all the recent books. So all
yeah.
the stuff I was working on was all backed up.
Mm,
So the writing was safe. It was
Well,
the
mhm,
that's good.
designs and the print stuff that really
yes,
That's
took a
still
hit.
painful.
Yeah.
yep,
But yeah, I mean, but most of them, I mean, like I said, I'm gonna be redoing a lot of my designs because I bought Affinity Designer and learned how
mhm.
to use it, and now I'm having all sorts of fun doing things. Like I said,
Affinity's fun.
yeah,
Oh,
I was creating a coffee cup this afternoon. So
hmm,
Nice.
yeah, so
yeah.
learning how to do, so I do all the tutorials on YouTube and I learn how to do all these things. And
Oh,
so,
nice. Yeah,
but
I need to start learning some of the software that I have because 'cause I've got some software that I just haven't had time.
mm, but
In
yeah,
in, like, a little over a month, I'll be part-time at my day
There you go. Yay.
job in
Goals.
23 days,
yeah.
and then I
Countdown
have
is running.
66 days.
So,
Yeah.
speaking of software, are we going to be talking about what to do on the cheap and what not to
Yes.
do?
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
And I got
yes.
my notepad ready because I'm gonna be
Okay,
taking some
so
notes here.
well, we'll start with Papyrus Author, which is free. They
Okay.
do have a
Okay.
paid version, so you can, get a few more bells and whistles, but their free version is pretty good, frankly. And the paid version is mostly gives you kind of like a Scrivener Lite
Oh, okay.
software. But but that's kind of what Papyrus Author is. It's kind of like a Scrivener Lite. You get a writing software. It's a writing software, so you can actually write in it if you want.
Is it a
And
downloadable or is it
yeah,
a
it's a
cloud-based?
downloadable. You can
Okay.
just download it for free, and they will update it occasionally for free as well. Um, and they have a really good tutorial, like a help section in it too. So if you get stuck, you can pretty much figure out. Because I got stuck a little bit because like their print formatting section it works a lot like InDesign.
Oh,
So if you're familiar with InDesign, you probably will get that right away.
okay.
Anyway, but yeah, it's so, and I actually kind of like it better than InDesign because with their kerning, when you squish things together so it looks
Mhm.
nice in the print,
Mhm.
it's a lot easier to do it in Papyrus Author than I've found in
Oh,
InDesign.
Nice. Okay.
I got to keep remembering how to do it every time I do a print book. But that's on me, not the software.
Well, and it's not something you always have to use, but when you do need it, it's important.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but yeah, and I finally figured out how to make that table of contents work in Papyrus Author. That
Okay.
it doesn't matter. I don't know. The table of contents is the bane of my existence. It doesn't matter what software I used. I cannot figure out how to get the table of contents right, and it takes me forever.
Mhm.
Took me forever to do it in Word, took me forever to do it in InDesign, took me forever to do it in Papyrus Author, but I finally figured out how to work it, but to get the tricks. And it's easier to do it, for me at least, to do it manually. So you just click off that automatic thing because it will automatically update your table of contents, right?
Mhm.
In Papyrus Author when you're formatting. But if you click it off, you can do it manually and you can actually make it look the way you want it instead of their automatic things.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because I don't know why the software companies put these automatic things in that look ugly,
Mhm.
but they do. They all do. It's like, yeah. So I use Papyrus Author. I don't use it as a writing software. I mean, you can. I tried it for one book for a little bit on one, and it works nice. And you can make little post-it notes on the side with it as well. So, but I just prefer Google Docs. It's just a personal
I'm
preference.
old fashioned too. I just like writing within my Word doc and having my
Mhm.
second Word doc open when I want to take notes.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah,
all the fancy schmancy stuff just overcomplicates it for me. So it
Yeah.
actually takes me longer to do the same thing when I have too many
yeah.
options.
But see, I like Google Docs. It's because I can write it in Google Docs, and then I can upload it into Word, and then I can edit it in Word with my free. Well, it's not free technically, because I mean it's because I paid for the lifetime license for Pro
Mm.
Writing Aid.
Yep, same
Which,
here.
Mhm.
yeah, that's one
Yep.
of the things I would
Yes,
suggest
I do have. I think we all
investing in.
have for writing aid.
Yeah, it's the lifetime license for Pro Writing Aid. There's no monthly thing.
Yep.
They update it. They yeah, just
It's such a helpful tool. It's
mm,
Yes.
so it's not perfect, none of them are, but
No.
no,
that one is so helpful with the
yeah,
customization, with the
Mhm.
you can drill down to specific things you wanna focus on.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that one has
yeah.
been my most helpful tool is Pro Writing Aid.
And
Mhm.
yeah, it's helped me because I've been writing this new one with that while it's on the side, and I'm like, "Oh, a comma. I'm comma deficient. Does it
Yeah,
belong there? Yes, it does. Oh,
and I like it because you can get
damn."
yeah, you can get an extension for Google Docs for
Yep.
Pro Writing Aid, and you can get an extension for Word in Pro Writing. So I have both of them.
Yep. Yeah, I have it. I have Microsoft Office
Mm,
annual subscription, so and I
yeah,
I download it to my machine, so I don't have to. I'm not writing to the cloud because
mm,
I hate writing to the cloud.
yeah,
Mhm,
I
mhm.
want I want real time text on my screen,
Yep,
and
yeah,
sometimes when I've been writing on the cloud, there's a pause, and I
yep.
can't deal with that. I
yeah,
can't deal with it at my office. I can't deal with it here. I
yeah.
want real
I've got
time now.
I've got the Pro Writing Aid extension built into the Microsoft Office, so I can just write
Yep.
offline with
Same,
it too.
Right.
same.
Yep.
Hmm. Anyway, but yeah,
Yeah.
so and then I can just upload the Word doc to Papyrus Author too when I'm finished editing that to format it to print. So yeah,
That's good.
it's great. And I also use Kindle Create. Now I know people don't necessarily like Kindle Create because it's pretty basic as far as the ebook goes. You don't have any fancy bells and whistles, although you can tweak it.
I
It
still prefer Calibra.
Yeah,
That's my favorite.
Mhm.
I use Calibre when I'm making ebooks to upload somewhere. But I use Kindle Create to upload to Amazon because it makes a nice, straightforward, basic book, and Amazon doesn't give me any problems or issues with it.
I download from Draft to Digital my EPUB and load
Yeah,
it everywhere.
That's the old
it's
school easy way.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I have
it
Calibri, but sometimes that has messed it up or actually I've learned that drop caps in ebooks don't translate well to all the different things, so I just
I
don't
hate
do.
drop caps in
Yeah.
ebook. I
Yeah.
do
Yep.
not use drop caps.
So
I know
I
it's a
stopped.
Yeah, I go with the nice little cap,
Cap.
the
Yeah,
all cap
caps.
for like 3 words or something.
Yeah,
forget
I
which
I
how
I
many.
think I do 4. Yeah, I do
I
4
think I
words. So
usually
yeah,
do 3. I either do 3 or 5. It depends on
it depends
depends
on
on
how
my
you
mood.
feel, right?
Yeah, but I think I usually go with 3. So
Mhm.
yeah, because I can't get that's another thing. I can't get the drop caps. They always look weird. Even in
Mhm.
print, they look weird to me.
Yeah,
So
I've gotten it. I've gotten in Word. I have gotten the drop caps for my print books to look really good,
mm,
and I only do two caps, not 3.
Yeah,
You know,
2
two
is the
lines,
magic
but
number.
yes, 2 versus the line, and I have the special, font for the drop caps that, makes it look nice and fancy, so it's like, I finally figured that out, and Katie helped me figure out when it's when it's in the parentheses to make both the parentheses and the letter,
but
but
no,
yeah.
you can make a pretty good straightforward
Mhm.
ebook with Kindle Create
Yeah.
because you can actually format it in Word, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
With all the pictures and everything, the way you want it to look, and then upload it to the Kindle Create, and then you can just tweak it
Mhm.
to their things. I usually just use their basic
Mhm.
font thing to do that. Anyway, sometimes you get a little wonky with their table of contents doing that, but it's not that bad because I mean, not too many people pay attention to the table of contents because it's only the side table contents
Mhm.
that gets because I mean they'll call your title page instead of the name of the book sometimes.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, but other than that, I use Kindle Create because it makes a nice straight because I don't like using their auto title page thing they have.
Mhm.
'Cause it makes it's like a stupid title page. It makes a stupid, idiotic title page that does not look good at all.
Mm.
Anyway, so I always make my own title page, make my own copyright page, make everything, and then just use their formatting to shift it up into front matter, so it goes where it's supposed to.
Mhm.
Yeah. I've used Calibra for pretty much the entire time that I've
Yeah.
been formatting. And
Mhm.
again, I use Word just like you do, and I
Mhm.
can load it
Yeah,
into Word, and then I just yeah, I go through the change the formatting that they have, and then I go into edit the book where you get the source code, and I've learned where to pick and move things to make it work for me.
yeah, 'cause yeah, um, like I said, I only use Kindle Create for Amazon because it doesn't give me any trouble with Amazon.
Mhm.
And I'm tired of trouble with Amazon. Anyway, but but what I did is I took the EPUB from the Kindle Create. They give you EPUBs now.
Mhm.
And then I uploaded it into Calibre's editor and fixed it in Calibre's editor. And I also tweaked it a little in Sigil, which is another free program.
Oh, that's right, Sigil. Yeah, I think,
Yeah,
Mhm.
who's it? Rebecca, she likes
Mhm.
Sigil.
yeah.
I've never actually used that
I've
one.
never either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I mean, actually, I found Calibre when I was doing the stuff for Lemon Squeezy. I found Calibre worked perfectly to fix one thing, and Sigil worked perfectly to fix another.
Okay.
So it's
mhm.
like, okay, um, fine and dandy. I understand it here in Calibre, and I understand this in Sigil. So I'm going to use Sigil for this and Calibre for that. So it pays to have two things. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
So that's a good ebook, EPUB editing software and that's free. Calibre and Sigil is free.
Mhm.
Kindle Create will make a nice book for Amazon, as far as I can tell. I've never had any complaints about it anyway.
Mhm.
Or like you said, you can do it straight in Calibre if you have the time. It's just a lot faster for me to do it through Kindle Create.
Mhm.
Whatever you're used to using tends to
Yeah.
be the best choice for you.
Mhm.
So that's the formatting with the stuff I use for the formatting is all that. And if you want, like I do a lot of stuff for video now too, because for Crystal Lake and
Mhm.
for my own stuff. But if you want a good free video editor, I've found one. It's called CapCut.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's really good,
Okay.
especially if you want to do the TikTok stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, and also Microsoft's own Clipchamp. the free version, I've used that. It works really nicely too, and it's got a lot of stuff too. It's another good one. Either one of those two, they're free video editors, and they're excellent for doing just editing YouTube stuff, editing TikTok stuff, Instagram stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I started using Crazy Video Maker, and I think the buy-in was $20 to get
Mm,
the next level of service, and that was all you paid. It's not
mm.
$20 a month, it's $20. I'm like,
Oh, that's
"Oh,
good.
okay," and that takes its stamp of Crazy Video Maker off of the videos and things like that, and I found it's kind of fun. Between that and, BookBrush video stuff. I'm getting better.
Yeah,
It has
and
been way too many years since
I
I
have
video
also
edited.
discovered. Yeah, I've also discovered the the Adobe Express. I think just let me check my notes, make sure I got the right name.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, Adobe Express.
yeah.
Excuse me.
Mhm.
It's free with it. Well, actually, I think you can use it free even if you don't have an Adobe product. But if you have
Mhm,
an Adobe product, you get all the bells and whistles with Adobe
mm.
Express.
Yes.
So that means you can use all the pro stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, or most of the pro stuff anyway.
Mhm.
And they have a video section now in Adobe Express. So you
Mm,
can make little videos in Adobe Express. I mean, it's not too big yet. I think they're going to be adding to it eventually because they
mhm,
don't have too many transition things you can do and stuff. But you can make nice little like videos in there, and you get a lot of the like the fancy smancy stuff.
mhm,
If you have
mm,
Photoshop, if you have InDesign, if you have any of the pro Adobe products.
I ended up having to get we have a student subscription because
Yeah.
it's for Hunter
mhm,
because he's been teaching himself 2D animation and all that. So
mhm,
we are he has the, the Adobe subscription right now.
mhm,
But yeah,
Yeah.
once you've got that subscription, it opens a lot of
Yeah.
doors.
mhm.
Yeah, so anyway, I've used that too for some of my video stuff. So that's excellent. And it's also good for, just for doing graphics and things as well,
Mhm,
Adobe. Although
mhm.
I prefer Canva for the graphics.
Mhm.
Okay.
And well, I use Photoshop too, but Photoshop is not free.
Right.
Anyway, but I use Photoshop for my covers. So I since I have it, I'll use it for graphics and stuff. But I like Canva especially for the YouTube thumbnails.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I make all the thumbnails for Crystal Lake and for my own videos too. For Crystal Lake interviews and things I upload to their YouTube channel. I make all the thumbnails and things as well for it. So I love Canva for making the thumbnails because it's easy. You just slap on a background, you slap on the book cover, or if
Mhm,
like I'm doing an interview, so I slap on the book cover, and then I just slap on a bunch of little elements, put in some text, and voila, it's done.
mhm,
It's like and I'm always forgetting to do it, so I'm always doing it last minute, so it's like, "Okay, I gotta upload the video, 15 minutes, yeah, go make the thing,"
mhm, mhm.
and then it's done. Because yeah, I mean but yeah, you can make really nice, graphics in and they have everything sized and this is I'm just using the free Canva, I mean, with the pro
Yeah,
stuff. You
yeah.
get more bells and whistles, you always do, but I mean, the free
Mhm.
Canva is really good, although
Yeah.
you do have to wade through all the pro stuff to get to the free stuff, which is a little annoying, but
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm not gonna complain because I am using it for free, so,
Yeah,
um,
I looked at Canva, but it just seemed a little too overwhelming for me, maybe because I didn't go through all the pro stuff to get to the free stuff. I got, annoyed.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is the one
yeah,
downside of using the free canvas. But I mean, it's all the pro
right.
stuff is with little crowns on it. So just avoid anything
Mm.
that has a little crown on it.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
but that's usually the stuff you want to use.
Yeah,
right.
usually it's but you can actually I have found you can actually find reasonable facsimiles to all the pro stuff in the free stuff too.
Okay.
Okay, right.
So, I mean, it's not quite as good, but it's a
Mhm,
reasonably good facsimile. And you do have to be careful about their templates because you can use their templates on the free plan as well. and sometimes they have pro stuff mixed into the templates
Mhm.
or watermark stuff mixed into the template. So sometimes you will actually go to download it because sometimes they're very hard to see, those watermarks. So you will
Mm,
go down to download it and it will tell you you have something pro in there. So you have to go back and redo it. But like I said, most of the time I can go through the free stuff and find something that's almost identical to what they have in the pro and make it look just almost as good. So
okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah, and what I like about Canva is they have everything pre-sized. They have things. If you need a Facebook cover, if you need a Facebook post, if you need a Twitter post, if you need an Instagram post, it's all sized. You just click, it's all sized, then you go make your post.
Mhm.
So I like that. And they also have bookmarks too that you can make
Okay.
Mhm.
and then download to it, and you can upload the design to your printer if you want.
That's
There's
always
some
helpful.
there's some print products you can do in Canva too, though I haven't really tried that, but
Mhm.
'cause I haven't had
Okay.
anything I wanted to print, so
So we've got the book formatting. We've got video and photo editing.
Mhm.
What about the marketing stuff?
okay, so a
'Cause
lot of them are
that's the bane of my existence is the
Yeah,
marketing.
same here.
yeah. Well, the marketing stuff, you're not gonna get a heck of a lot of free stuff for the marketing, but you can get stuff that's not as expensive. And that the one thing I would suggest would be Brian Cohen and his 5-day ad
Oh,
challenge
yeah.
for Amazon ads.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
I tell everyone
Oh,
about, like, 3 times a
absolutely.
year he runs it, like, "Yes, you need to be in this class."
Yep.
You know,
'Cause
it's gonna give you so much information.
I pay about 20 bucks a month on ads for Amazon,
Yep.
and except for the past 2 months because Amazon's done something weird and we don't know what yet.
Mhm.
Brian's investigating.
Every time I hear that Amazon's done something weird, it's always a,
Mhm.
"Oh."
Mhm.
It's never
So
a good thing.
yeah, I've been getting a lot of me and a lot of other people, this has been happening across the board, have been getting a lot of impressions, but we haven't been increasing our conversion rates. Like we haven't we've been getting impressions and clicks, a lot more
Mhm.
clicks, paying more for the ads, paying more ad stuff, but we're not getting more sales off of it. So something's gone weird.
Yep. And
So
maybe it's their dashboard of saying what's a sale and what's not. But yeah,
yeah.
I pay about $15 a month to
Mhm.
Amazon, at this point with ads because I just
Yeah.
and I don't tweak them.
Yeah.
I'm bad. I set them and forget them.
Well, so do I.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I lost a little money January and I'll probably lose money this month as well. But
Mhm,
February is always a bad month for me, so I
mhm,
can't tell if that's the ads fault or just February, because February is romance month, and
mhm,
horror authors do not do well in romance
mhm.
month.
Yeah, my sales on Amazon have been really weird, and I've got the Amazon ads, and I have 3 Facebook ads that go to my direct store, but my direct store also has all the, other links. Um, and I have not seen any actual sales through Lemon Squeezy yet.
Oh, I actually got one sale through Lemon Squeezy,
Mhm.
and that's because Amazon they took one of my books off. So it's only
Uh,
available through other retailers and through the direct. And
okay.
Why did they take your book down?
I don't know, honestly. I honestly don't know. They said there was a problem with the cover. They didn't tell me what the problem with the cover was. So I sent them they told me to send a copy of the thing, but I do my own the copy of the license of the
Contract, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
thank you,
license,
contract,
yeah.
that's the word.
Yeah,
So, but I do my own covers, so there's no contract. I
right.
told them that. They kept telling me they're sending me the same email over and over. You know how Amazon does that.
Mhm,
So I finally, I mean, I kept telling them no contract, but I sent them proof of the stock license photos I used to make the thing. 3 times I sent them. 3 times they rejected it. Then they just took the book down. So I don't know why the problem. Don't know how to didn't tell me how to solve the problem. They just did not work with me at all.
the only thing I could say is make a contract between you and
I
you.
did.
Yeah, and sent
Didn't like
that?
it. They didn't
Oh,
like that either.
oh, oh my gosh.
Of course, I did call them morons, so
Well, keep calling
that
them
wasn't.
morons.
They were. Their entire behavior was more. Well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it is. It is. Every
Yeah.
time I've had to talk to somebody over there for an issue with the book,
they've
they
taken
don't know what
the
they're talking
email
about.
option off now. You can't email them anymore.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if that's going to be permanent, but I went to email them over something because they haven't changed the price back on. Like I had a sale on
Yeah.
Fairy Tales and Nightmares, and they haven't changed the price back on the Canadian site. It's still 99 cents over there. So any Canadians who want to get this book, Fairy
Yep.
Tales and Nightmares, for 99 cents on the ebook, yeah, go now because it's still there. But yeah, and I went to email them, and the email option's gone because they've changed their contact. You've only got chat and call now.
Mm.
Yeah. And then when you call somebody, they don't know what they're talking about.
And
Yeah,
when
so
you're
I'm
sad, it's a
gonna.
bot.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to tread through the bot sometime soon because I got to
Yeah.
get that price changed unless they suddenly realize their mistake. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like dealing with morons over on Amazon. It really is. I mean, I they took the buy button off. Like the Draft to Digital had a big issue with them on their print books,
Mhm.
and so I just got tired of dealing with it. So I just decided to upload a copy of Chronicles of the Undead print straight to Amazon and be done with it, right?
Mhm.
And so I did that, and then they came back to me and said that I had to prove I had the publishing rights um, because it was previously published somewhere. And I said, yeah, it's been published on Draft to Digital, which is a self-published distributor like you are. Took me a week to convince them Draft to Digital was not a publisher.
Mhm.
Yeah. This is who was running Amazon.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's my point beforehand of the left hand not knowing what the right's doing in big corporate
Yeah, none of
conglomerate.
the hands over in Amazon know what anyone is doing.
But the
Yeah.
problem is they control 80% of the marketplace.
Yeah.
So when the hands aren't doing the right thing, it
Oh no,
screws everybody.
yeah, their copyright department has no clue about copyright at all. They have
Right.
no understanding of it at all.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
Right.
there's a book that is directly copied from my book. Like they literally took my book, changed the names, and uploaded it. The blurb is almost identical to mine. I have been fighting to get that book taken down.
mm,
Can't find anybody who can take that book down.
yeah,
Yeah. So they don't know what they're doing.
no, they don't.
No.
Yeah, but they'll take your books down even though I have legal copyright to that cover. It's
Mhm.
mine. I've paid for the license. I'm abiding by the terms of the license,
Mhm.
and they took it down anyway. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, they're doing that to a lot of people
Oh
just
yeah.
because they're I
Did
think
you
they did a
hear?
bot update and it's like just trashing so many people.
Yeah, did you hear the author? She's a fantasy author, um, doing pretty well. She's got a good following. She does urban fantasy. She got her book, um, threatened to take her book. They took her book down, or they suspended her book, or something, because she had a review on a review blog.
What?
Yeah. Apparently, the review blog had an excerpt from the book, and they called that disappointing content because she had an excerpt from on a review blog.
Mm-hmm.
This is the company that has the power over your books, people. They don't even know what a review blog is.
Yeah.
So, but
That's
she
the
got it
problem though.
put back up, thank goodness.
Yeah, whoever's training their bots or putting the code in for their bots because it's a code
Yeah,
issue. It's
yeah,
whoever's doing the code is not thinking of the what ifs. They're like, "Oh, this is a good idea. Let's put this in." Boom, and then, the implosion happens.
yeah. But I mean,
We've all seen, those of us in IT departments everywhere have seen
yeah,
this. Like, "Oops."
yeah. That's why you need real people behind the bots because the
Yes.
bots are going to make mistakes.
But
It's
then when you
inevitable.
talk to these real people, they go, I don't know what to do. That's
Yeah,
what you get.
Yeah,
exactly.
but they're not the developers that you're talking to. They're the frontline customer service that has no
But they
idea how
can't
to
quickly
develop.
switch on and put your book back up or,
Yeah.
do anything. They're just like, "I don't know what to do. It says this. That's what it is."
Yep. Yep, they're going by scripts, and
Yeah.
90% of them are not in the same country as we are. They
Yeah.
don't have the same rules as we
No.
we
So
do.
then what's the point of having them answering as
Yeah.
customer service if they can't provide customer
For
service?
service.
They're
Yeah.
cheap labor.
Yeah. It's
But
like
that's paying for pointless labor though at that
Yes,
point. You're not even
yes, it
getting what
is.
you're paying for.
Well, they sort of are because that means they don't have to, you know, they can drag their feet and keep your money when they take things down. And if people are not tenacious enough to keep following up
Yeah,
and keep
then they
following
just
up
expect to
and
give
keep
up, yeah.
following up, you
Mhm.
know, it's tiring
Yeah.
and
I don't think they like to see me anymore
yeah.
because I am tenacious and I call them morons.
Yep. Yes. Oh, yeah.
It's frustrating though, just trying to do everything the right way and getting screwed.
Yeah, but anyway, back to the point I was trying to make before.
Sorry. Sorry.
But
We
no,
got it
that was
this way.
my fault. Amazon, I go off
Yeah.
on rants with Amazon. It's inevitable. But the reason why I got the sale on Lemon Squeezy was because the only place you can get that book is either on Wide and I asked her to test out Lemon Squeezy because she wanted the first book.
Yeah.
Okay.
She had the second book. She bought the second book off Amazon, but she wanted the first. It's my Hayward and Anderson series.
Mhm.
And so I asked her to test out the Story Origin Lemon Squeezy, so she bought it off that. So that's how
Oh,
I got a
nice.
sale.
Yeah. But yeah, my only tests were myself. I was testing, and I
Yeah.
got 2 sales that way. Because
No,
I bought my own books.
I dumped it into my newsletter, and people gave me some feedback on it, but I didn't get any sales or anything off of it.
Yeah.
But I did get the
Same
one.
here.
I did get
Yeah.
the ones that she had no problem getting the sales. So
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
she had a bigger problem figuring out how to upload it off her phone onto her Kindle.
There's that tech support
Well,
issue again.
of course, the
That was
phone
a
through the
tech.
Kindle, yeah.
Yeah, that was a tech her issue, not a lemon
Yes.
squeezy issue.
Right, right, right. You know,
It's
well,
like,
yeah, the first time I bought something, it didn't come from Story Origin because I guess and I sent something to Evan. I said, I don't think the connection's right, and he went back and he did something. He said, try again. So I bought a second book, and then it came through the proper way because I had asked him. I said, if somebody buys it directly on Lemon Squeezy and doesn't go through the Story Origin screen, do you still deliver it? And he had said yes. First one didn't work, the second one did. He fixed whatever he did. So yeah.
That's why we beta test things.
Yes, yes. And I was paying for it.
yeah,
That's okay. I bought my own books.
Oh.
So yeah.
yeah, but back to marketing. I'd
Mhm,
also recommend David Cochran
Mm-hmm. He's
because
another good one to listen to.
yeah, he's
mhm,
got some great advice, and I subscribe to his newsletter, which is how
mhm,
I found out that Tammy Lamarck, the Ninja newsletter
mhm.
lady, was doing everything for the DMARC thing in her group. So I finally remembered to go and join her group, which I've been trying to remember.
Yep.
So yeah, so she helped out with the whole DMARC issue. So I think my newsletter got delivered last month. If I had no issues,
Yeah, I'm
and
getting a lot more opens because I also cleaned off my newsletter too because I
yeah,
had a
so
bunch of
yeah,
no opens.
no, my open rate stayed about the same. My
Mhm,
click rate stayed about the same, so it
mhm,
must have been getting through. So
mhm,
I'm glad of that because yeah. Oh, I had such a time doing that, but it was my own fault. I screwed up. But I will say WordPress and SendFox because I
mhm.
go through, and also I would recommend SendFox if you want a cheap newsletter.
SendFox.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Done.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to say anything about MailerLite
That's what I
because
use.
most people use MailerLite, and for the most part, I think it's a good service. They've had some issues lately.
Mhm.
Most notably, they got marked as a spammer. but I think they fixed that. So,
Mhm.
so I'm just going, yeah, I'm just sitting over here with Fox watching all these poor Mailer Lite people freak out, going, yeah, I'm so glad I didn't go with Mailer.
Yeah, I've had a good
But
well, I've
I,
always used my
yeah,
my registered, email address, the jetaylor75.com with them when
yeah,
I send stuff out, so I haven't seen any change with
yeah.
this DNS stuff,
But
it was just
I've seen a lot of
yeah,
authors who were on the free plan, who were
yep,
switching over to the new free thing or whatever, and they were having so much trouble. And I've seen a lot of people trying to get the DMARC in
mhm,
MailerLite, and they were having. I mean, nothing against MailerLite. From what I've seen, other authors
mhm.
m-
I
for
I haven't
like
switched over to the new one.
95%. Yeah, 95% of the time, MailerLite's a great service. That's
Yep,
what I've been seeing. 5% of the time, something screws up, but that happens with everybody. So
yeah, if I'm forced to go to the new one, I might say, "No, I'll go somewhere else," but but
yeah,
yeah.
but no, Sandbox is a one and done payment.
Okay.
Okay.
It's $100, and it's up to 5,000
Oh,
subscribers on
nice.
a one and
Okay.
done payment. It's run by AppSumo, which is they're the guys that do that giveaway thing. I
Yeah.
forget what it's
AppSumo
called.
is great to find resources for
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and it's basic. It's not you're not going to get a lot of bells and whistles, but I didn't need a lot of bells and whistles to be
Mhm.
honest. Anyway, and the interface is set up. It's set up actually a lot like just a regular email, like the regular
Mhm.
Gmail thing.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it's easy to use. It really is easy to use. If you are going to use it, be aware though when you first thing they warm you up, so they're not going to send out everything all at once. So I would suggest doing a test send if you sign up for SendFox first before sending out anything that needs to go out.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
do a test send and get your thing warmed up.
Mhm.
Um, because I kind of freaked out. They were very kind about my freak out. I will say
Mm.
that too. The customer service was very nice with me freaking out because I was confused and I freaked out. But anyway, and I've had no problems since then. You do have to be a regular sender though, because they will put you down on a sort of a rolling thing if you don't send out for a
Mhm.
while. So they won't send out everything. They'll only
Okay.
send out to active subscribers if you let your list lapse,
Okay.
which is understandable,
Mhm.
honestly.
Mhm.
But if you keep up your list regularly sending out, like monthly or weekly or whatever you're sending out, then you have no problems. I'm
Mhm.
just saying that if you like have a lapse, if you don't send out a regular newsletter, SendFox might not be for you.
Okay.
Okay.
But I've had no problems with SendFox. I've liked them. They've got great customer service because, like I said, I had this issue with the DMARC not validating with the
Mhm.
I had to validate my domain on their site, and it
Yep.
wasn't validating. And I first thing I did was talk to WordPress to see if it was on their side. Wasn't on their side. Then I talked to Sandfox, and they found it right away. And apparently, I left a little slash on the end of my URL.
Ah,
Okay.
always
And
something stupid.
that's a no-no, apparently.
Yep.
So once I got rid of the slash, I had no problem. So
It's always
Mhm.
something small and stupid. I swear,
yeah,
it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
when I'm doing ebooks and I have to go through the code to find specific things, it's always something like a little slash. It's
Yep.
like, "That screwed everything up. What the hell?"
yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, so I would recommend Sandfox if you
Okay.
don't want a lot of if you can live without a lot of bells and whistles. I mean, they have basic stuff. You can put in images. You can't do things like polls or stuff. I mean, I think you can get you can get things that you can add to it or something like
Mm.
I'll be
little.
honest, when I get an email from a company, the less is more. Like,
Okay,
Mhm.
honestly, the more you put into messages, it's like, I'm not gonna read all of it. Give me the important stuff, And
Give
then
me
if
the
I'm
Yeah.
pretty
ready, I'll click over.
pictures.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't
Give
I
me the
don't need
pretty
a lot of crap.
pictures. Yep,
Yeah, I mean, because
exactly.
you can upload images, you can add images, you do links, and they have buttons, so you can
Mhm,
you can put your links and buttons and stuff and like that if you
Okay.
want. And so yeah, I mean, it's got a good thing, and they are adding stuff. You know, they are
mhm,
planning to add. They have a nice little feedback section that you can go and add your feedback if you want to suggest things.
Okay.
mhm.
Anyway, but for less than $100 one and done price, it's a great deal,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, and
And
5,000 subscribers is a lot of subscribers,
yeah.
Yes.
especially if you're regularly culling your list because there's a
Mhm.
lot
Yeah,
of, you see the trends after a while, who's actually opening, who's not. You get rid of the stragglers. That 5,000 will last you a long
Yeah.
time.
yes. Yeah. You
Yeah,
know,
and then if you go past the 5,000, they do have a monthly little thing that you pay a little monthly thing, and you can add more to something. I didn't
yeah,
really look into it because it's gonna be a while before I get to 5,000.
Okay.
yeah.
So, yeah, so, I mean, you can expand past 5,000 if you want, but you will have to pay a monthly thing after that, so
Okay.
Hmm.
Anything
but, yeah.
else?
I'm just gonna check my note.
We gotta pack it all in before we get to the end of the hour.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I did wanna mention library thing because that's a free way to get reviews.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay.
Because Library Thing has a nice little it's got an early reviewer program. It's like what Goodreads used to have
Okay.
before Goodreads got bought out by the Amazon.
Yeah.
Anyway, and yeah, actually like Library Thing. I don't spend as much time as I'd like to over there because I keep forgetting about it. But
Yep.
it's a nice little it's the same sort of thing like Goodreads is. It's a
Okay.
place to upload your books, keep track of your books, and post reviews and stuff. But they have an early reviewer program there, and you can actually go into the early reviewer program and request the
Reviews?
do their form and put your book up for review.
Okay.
And you
Okay.
can list how many copies you want to send out. You know, put the review dates. I mean, they do have to approve you, and you do have to have some way to deliver the book. They do story origin
Okay,
because
good.
I did the review for my poetry book Roses and Ashes through the early review program.
Good.
And you can do arcs too. I mean, like if the book's not quite out yet, like
Mhm.
you can do a
Okay.
pre-review thing. So you can do that as well because I've actually gotten a couple arcs to review from their early reviewer program.
Okay.
Anyway, I got a really nice little true crime book and actually a steampunk short story book that was really quite good. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Oh, good.
Nice when you
Yeah,
find those little gems.
yeah.
Mhm.
But anyway, yeah, it was kind of like a homage to Poe in steampunk.
Okay.
Mm.
But anyway, but you can upload your book. Oh, sorry.
Mhm.
So I do recommend Library Thing for reviews because most of the people who request reviews will actually give you a review over there.
That's
Oh, that's
good.
nice.
That's
Yeah,
really
I
good
mean
because yeah.
you may, especially if you give 'em several copies of the book, because I usually get at least one review when I do a reviewer over there, review thing over at
Okay.
least one, probably more like 2 or 3. So
How many is, like, the standard to give?
I usually give about 5, but you can go up to 10, or I'm
Okay.
not sure what if they have a limit actually, but
Okay. Alright.
yeah. So I and also over on Library Thing is they have like little scavenger hunts for
Oh,
holidays.
neat.
Yeah,
Neat.
which it's like book related scavenger hunt for different things, and you get little. You don't get any well, technically I think I'm not sure if you can actually win prizes like a raffle. Like
Mhm.
they used to have a raffle. I don't know if they do anymore, but you get like little badges. Like for the Halloween one, you can get like little pumpkin. You can earn
Oh, neat.
like if you get all 10 questions, you get 10 pumpkins,
Oh,
things like that.
neat.
Fun.
Neat.
But
Yeah.
it's a fun little thing. I do the scavenger hunts every holiday.
Neat.
It usually
I'll have to look that up.
it's an excellent way to waste time. And the questions are quite difficult too, because 'cause they're all riddles, right?
Oh, neat. Neat.
But they
Hmm.
do on their form, their library talk is, I think that's what they call the forum over there. They have every scavenger hunt, they have like a little scavenger hunt forum. So you can go over there and see what people are giving out as clues to help you with things you're stuck on, or ask for help if you want.
Hmm.
So
Cute. That sounds like a good little site, like what Goodreads used to be before it.
yeah.
Mhm.
I don't ever go to Goodreads anymore.
No, I mean,
Mm.
I upload my books to Goodreads because a lot of reviewers do like to post their reviews on
Yeah.
Goodreads, so it's always a
Mhm.
good. But and the one
I
other
forget
thing,
to do that.
yeah, the other site I would recommend joining is BookBub.
Oh,
BookBub,
yes.
yes,
Book
yes.
Club. Yes,
And
absolutely.
surprisingly, lot of authors are not on BookBub.
I know. I
I mean,
noticed
I
that.
go over there because I post my reviews over on BookBub, right?
Mhm.
Because reviews go out to your subscribers,
Mhm.
to people who follow you on BookBub. All your reviews go out to people who follow you on BookBub.
Hmm. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can turn that off. Like, I mean, some people
Mhm.
might turn it off, but I mean, if your reviews will go out. So people, if you recommend a book, I mean, I get book recommendations all the time for BookBub.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good
Yep.
way to get the
Yeah.
info out
Absolutely.
there, get the reviews
Anyway,
and stuff.
Absolutely.
definitely. So, and you can get new release alerts over on BookBub to
Mhm. Yep.
everybody who follows you. And if you're over 1,000 followers, which I am, thanks to CL
Mhm.
Cannon, which I also recommend, go
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
CL Cannon's newsletter and social media builders
Yes.
and her
Yep.
Fiction Atlas promotion stuff. It's very reasonably priced.
Yes, it
Go
is.
go use her site.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you can do pre-order alerts if you're
Mhm.
over 1,000 followers on BookBub too. Let's see what else I got on my notes. I think we covered most of it. Oh, Kindlepreneur is the only other one. Yeah,
Mhm.
I definitely recommend Kindlepreneur, their site and their YouTube channel.
Yep.
They have so many articles, so
Yes.
much helpful stuff. They've got the hashtag generator, which is free that you can use. They've got the blurb formatter there, and they have a little AI helper with the blurb formatter. So if you have trouble with your blurbs, you can see if AI can make it better. It may not,
It may not. It
but
may
it
give
may
you a
give you
laugh.
ideas. It may give you ideas to help
Yeah,
Yeah.
make
that's
it better.
something AI is not the greatest at writing perfectly yet, but it is good at like saying
Generating
something that
ideas.
sparks the idea and you, oh wait, I can do this.
Yeah,
Yes.
So it's
yeah,
it's a good tool as long as it's used as a
yeah.
tool.
And Publisher Rocket is
Oh,
another paid
yeah.
thing, but
Mhm.
I would it's a
Worth
one and
it.
yeah, worth
Yes.
it. It's a one and done price again though. So, and they are so good with their customer service because when my computer crashed, I lost Publisher Rocket
Mhm.
and I lost the download of Publisher Rocket.
But you
So
just email them, give them your email address, and they're like, "Yep, you're in the system." They give it right back to you.
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've done it too.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
those guys are real good over there.
Mhm. Definitely. And I mean, and yeah, I tried Atticus. Reasons I didn't keep Atticus, but it's a good software.
Yeah, if
I it
you
just wasn't
don't
for
know how to
me.
do it yourself, it is a
Yeah.
good starter software.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And again, I think that's a one and done price as well. So
Yes, it is.
At
Yeah.
least it was when I bought it.
It
yeah,
is.
Okay,
Well,
still is?
yeah,
Okay,
it is when I bought it too, so.
okay. Yeah, because I wanted to test it out when it first came out, and,
Mhm.
I was like, "Okay, it's interesting." I can see for a beginner, somebody who wants to do it themselves, there
Mhm.
are options. It does look fine, but it doesn't give you the creativity you need if you're really trying
yeah,
to do special stuff.
Mhm. Right.
yeah. That's why I do use Papyrus Author for my formatting because I can tweak that so much.
Mhm.
And do what like I'll show you. This is I did Papyrus Author. I used to do this book. Now that's now granted the printing quality isn't as good because it's Amazon and this is a proof, but you can see I put this is the title page for
Oh,
all the stories.
yeah.
Mhm. That's
Anyway,
pretty. Yeah.
yeah, so I put like every story has a poem and every flower that's on the title page has a significance in the story.
Okay.
Hmm.
Anyway, and of course it's all black and white because color books are expensive.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, so I mean, and so that's, and I've got the title page. Like there's the title
Mhm.
page,
Oh, hold on, show scan.
Oh, that's
Beautiful.
pretty.
and then I've got this.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I mean, so you can do that. That's what you can do in Papyrus Author.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Mm.
I like using it because it's very much, it's kind of like the InDesign. Like I said, it's very much like InDesign
Mhm.
because you can do master pages and you can do and I find their numbering is a lot easier. But again, I have to remember how to do it every time I do.
Mhm.
It's like,
There's always
okay,
something.
yeah, it's not the software's fault. It's the brain, the human brain fault.
Yes.
It's
Yep.
like, yeah, was it this way or that way? Just
Well, let's
yeah,
see.
bring it up,
Yes.
bring it up.
Mhm.
Yeah, the brain software is slower to reboot. That's
Mhm.
When you use
Especially as each
brain
year goes
software.
on, right?
yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean, and I've got like 12 manuscripts in the head
Mhm.
at the same time that I'm currently writing. So it's like everything else gets kind of crowded to the back in the
Yes.
waiting room.
Exactly.
The
So there's
browser
a
will just
long
Like,
line in the
tabs
waiting
yeah,
room.
open. Yeah.
I mean, I've got 5 books I got to edit now because I finished like 4 books in. I finished 4 works in progress in November
Mhm.
Okay.
during Nano.
Yep. So now you got to do the work to clean them all up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got, I mean, and I had a short story already written. That's part of the Hayward and Anderson. That's the first Hayward and Anderson story I ever wrote. And I found out when I went to edit it that it's actually in Elspeth's point of view, and all the other stories are in Lars's point of view. So you're going to get a different point of view for story 4.
Okay.
Because I ain't changing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
That's
just
fun.
editing the story as is. You're going to
Mhm.
get Elspeth's point of view. So it's
Mhm.
going to be weirder. Just saying.
Okay.
Well, if anyone has read Hayward and Anderson, they know why it's going to be weirder because they know what Elspeth is like.
Mhm.
So if they've
Yeah,
got to that point, then they're prepared.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
basically.
Okay.
But yeah, but no, but yeah. 'Cause right now I'm editing The Headless Corpse and Rivalry and Steam Monsters. Those are the 2 stories that are going to come out this year. And hopefully, I will also get my paranormal cozy mystery edited and out this
Mhm.
year as well.
Okay.
Neat.
Always
And
busy. You are
Yeah.
always like,
I have no idea what I'm doing with that one, but I hope it turns out. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm writing a paranormal cozy mystery. I don't, but I am. So,
Why not?
when the
but
needs
yeah,
and
I
I'm
think the
changing.
Norse Tales will probably be out next year, though. I don't think I'm going to get that one out this year
Mm.
because yeah, too much drama in the first 2 months, and I'm behind already. So
Hmm. Well, just promise you'll check back in with us so we can talk about it when you do get your stuff out.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I might with the paranormal cozy mystery. I definitely will because I need all the extra marketing I can get on that one. Because it's not gonna be an easy sell to the horror fans, I'm
Yep. Yep.
surely.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that one's gonna be a hard market for me because it's such a departure from what I usually write.
Yeah, but that's always fun to do.
Yeah.
It's always fun to take that step and go this way when you're
Yeah,
used to going
well,
that way.
yeah, it's not as fun though because I don't get to kill everybody.
Yeah, well.
You.
I only gotta kill one I only gotta kill 1 person in this story, 1.
Aw. And it's
I
not
mean,
really
there was
bloody.
technically a murder that happened in the past, so maybe it's like 2 people.
See,
Okay.
there you go. That's 2.
That's
But
true.
you don't even get to see the dead body in the second one. It's like she blew up in an explosion.
Aw.
I love that you're so sad about not getting to kill more characters.
Well, this book, I kill off 3 husbands, 5 was it? No, was it how many princes? I had a death. I did one of those trope things.
Mhm.
you know, those trope memes, and I had a death count one. And actually, it's inaccurate because I left out a husband, because there's
Oh,
actually
Okay.
3 dead husbands, not 2 in this book, I will just say.
That's funny.
And I've got 2 village massacre, well, 1 castle massacre and 1 village massacre. This is my death count, people. This is what I usually do with dead bodies. I'm just saying. So it's down
I
to 1,
actually
it's hard.
I actually do have a pretty high death count in this one. Now
Yeah.
that I think about it. So, but they're not bloody-ish. Ish.
So, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
at least I've got headless corpses running around London in my Hayward and Anderson one, so
Right.
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And on the headless corpse note.
we will definitely have you come back when you're ready
Yes.
for that. But
Yes.
to let everyone know, I will be putting all the links, everything we talked about, in the show notes down below. So no matter when you come back, you'll be able to find everything we talked about. And I will put Anita's information as well so you can find her. And yeah, I don't even know where to go from there. Who
No,
death
no.
counts
Yeah.
to marketing
And the next time we're here it's gonna already be March.
no.
Next weekend is March.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. Yes. And I start my March Madness giveaway. I'm giving away all my old paperbacks.
How is next week already March?
Friday is March 1st. Friday is my daughter's birthday.
I don't know what's going on with time.
I know,
I don't know what's going on with
it's
time.
weird. It's weird. Yes.
Yeah. Like that literally just freaked me out. Like, how is it already March?
So,
Well,
we'll talk to y'all on March 2nd. And watch Katie freak out. Thank you, Anita. Thank you for coming.
I'm always glad to be on this show.
Yep. And my mind is broken now. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Y'all can hate me later for breaking Katie.
Like I'm sitting here going, wait, no, this isn't possible. Did I time travel? What the hell? All right. Well, while I figure out what the hell day and time it is, we will see you guys next time. Thank you, Anita, for hanging out with us again. And we'll see you in March.
Yes.
Yeah. Bye.